Welcome back, everyone, to the beautifully crafted world of Lies of P, a South Korean-made game heavily inspired by the works of Carlo Collodi, in particular, Pinocchio. In fact, this is Pinocchio, our player character. We have the blue fairy behind us. We are here in Hotel Krat, the first and major hub of the game. Now, last time we defeated the Parade Master and met some interesting characters. In fact, we have the Ergo, some source of power that we gathered after defeating the Parade Master. We have a few other interesting items, including our Jiminy Cricket, who is named Jiminy and is, as it says right there, a cricket guide puppet. Do not be afraid even if you get lost in the fog. The cricket guide will be with you. We have a few other interesting items that we can look at. Pulse cells are ergo cells that power the P organ. They work with stargazers, and they can also convert the energy from an attack's impact to recharge. If we run out of pulse cells in battle by doing damage and doing perfect guards, we can actually get our last pulse cell back over and over again. It's very, very useful to us in boss battles. We get the last resort, like every Souls-like. This object is sort of like die, get unstuck, sort of thing. Immediate character death, a special device that releases all of the P organ's energy at once. The old man feared the possibility of his son failing to awaken properly and going into a frenzy. This initialization device was made as a necessary evil for delicate readjustments. That makes it sound like perhaps we have awoken incorrectly in the past and have had to be readjusted. The moon phase pocket watch we just got from Sophia. The power inside the watch returns the user to the last stargazer visited or to the hotel stargazer. A pocket watch imbued with mystical power. The power of the watch turns back time to when the boy was in peak condition. Now that's interesting. Turning back time itself. The catalyst made puppets more efficient by circulating ergo energy within their bodies. This groundbreaking invention was based on one alchemist's idea. It rapidly charges Fable, which is how we use our special attacks. So, in fact, the Fable is actually just excess ergo. Now, some of these are... None of these are particularly interesting to read. It's sort of like... Well, this one was made... by the workshop human. Its design is old, but cheap and effective, so it's still in use. So all those is sort of what it says, like complies with certification standards, stuff like that. But we did get something interesting, a new Legion arm. A Legion arm that can release a wire. Stalkers devised a tool that increased their mobility during combat with puppets. The wire instantly narrows the distance between one and one's enemy, but it cannot guarantee one's safety afterwards. Sort of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. We can get over here, grab someone and pull them to us, and later on we can empower it and level it up so that we can go to them and actually do crazy attacks. We also got the Azure Dragon stuff, which is DLC. I'm not going to be using it, but it is an interesting weapon. I kind of want to do a playthrough where I actually use it at one point from the beginning. We also have a bunch of, both of these are the DLC stuff. The Treasure Hunter is definitely interesting. The golden wings attached to these clothes serve as proof of their identity. For the greatest treasure hunter of Krat, the Hound was the subject of everyone's admiration, so much so that some even aspired to steal his name. That's interesting. And then a hat. Our top hat, our wonderful top hat that I'm going to use. Lofty humans use dignity and grace to elevate themselves. True elegance does not need a sword to conquer an opponent. We also get the Treasure Hunter's mask. Everyone assumed that the greatest treasure hunter of Krat would be incredibly wealthy. However, there is only one treasure that he sought to protect. We can also get some Winter Festival stuff, Christmas stuff, or holiday stuff, and also the bandana of the Honorable, I'm sure. Those are more, references to something I don't quite understand, but, And this is just straight up a reference, a hilarious reference, look at that, I love it, to Rudolph. So yeah, we have lots of interesting things. The puppet saber here, The puppet saber here literally says that it was made for puppets. They say puppets do not shed tears because they do not have souls for vessels. If they had souls, they would have something to put tears and lies in. The red stain has it has endured many battles, and the stains of blood and grease cannot be distinguished from one another. The red stain has faded to the point where the grease can't be distinguished from blood. The endless fighting was gone, leaving behind nothing but red upon the world. Ooh, yes. Our weapon has seen a lot of use, and now it has seen more use putting down frenzied puppets. That's interesting. Is there anything else for us to really look at right now? Not really. Some of these are interesting, like, so Vanini's tool is like a fast use of the grinder. You can just suddenly repair your weapon fully. So we still have some interesting people to look at here. We can actually work on our Legion arm here. We can switch it back to the left arm of steel. Left-hand parts made with exquisite detail. They do not have special powers. Geppetto's name is faintly engraved on them. So that one cannot be modified, but it is interesting to use early on. I would say it falls off pretty heavily, pretty quickly, but it's fun and cool to use. I'll organize this place according to the rules, so don't touch anything. Eugenie. Interesting. All the animals gathered around what looks like a cat? A fat, sick cat? I don't know the reference. Perhaps, probably a book I haven't read in a long time, and as soon as the reference was, like, explicit told to me, I'd be like, oh, but also at the same time, it could be something I just don't know. Oh, yes. So there are some interesting characters for us to talk to, and we're going to do that for the first half of this video. So if you want to skip ahead to the action, go ahead.
I'll use my power to help you. Ergo is the miracle that made Krat prosper. Without Ergo, there would be no automated puppets to make Krat wealthy. When you move, you tap into the power of Ergo within you. Gather more Ergo. It will make you stronger. In the folklore of Krat, a cricket often acts as a guide. That is why these automated models became popular. But Gemini is unique. He's more than just a guide. As you get more familiar with Gemini, you'll see what I mean.
Necessarily the most interesting lore. Ergo is a source of power. We know that, but what is it? But Gemini is made from old folk tales. Just like Jiminy Cricket was a guide to the original Pinocchio, he is a guide to us. There's a cat up there. He's very cute. We can't do anything with him. Also, how the fuck did he get up there? I know he's a cat, but damn, that's interesting.
Welcome.
Hello, fellow puppet.
My name is Polendina, butler to Lady Antonia. Please let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat, comfort and calm walk hand in hand. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service?
Why, thank you, Polendina. You have excellent manners.
The Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made. First law. All puppets must obey their creator's commands. Second law. A puppet may not harm humans. Third law. A puppet protects and serves humans and the city of Krat. Fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. I've told you about the laws engraved upon every puppet.
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, that's very interesting. Seems the Grand Covenant, which is very similar to, like, the laws of robotics from several different pieces of fiction, are simply being ignored now by the puppets, except the inability to lie. Seems we're the only puppet that can lie. All those other puppets were trying to lie to get in, but couldn't. Very interesting. Now, who is this venerable lady?
Unexpected guests are welcome. We don't insist on reservations. I am Antonia, and this is my hotel. Welcome. Oh, I knew from the moment we met that you're Geppetto's puppet. He might have a few loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are undiminished. It's a shame. He took off for Elysian Boulevard, and he never came back. If he doesn't turn up soon, we'll have to make a new coffin. Oh, I forgot. I was keeping this for him. It comes with a long story. But I think it's better off with you. Please find that old man. And do take care of yourself out there. People have no idea so many secrets are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company. What are you curious about? I see you're here. That means you can lie. Your lies are a rare ability. You're able to choose your own path, unbound by anything. People on the outside are still afraid of puppets. Lie to protect yourself and find your path. I'm an old friend of Geppetto's. His son is like family to me. Make yourself at home. You're always welcome here at the hotel. If you have any questions, ask my butler, Polendina.
So we are a puppet of Geppetto. And Geppetto also has a son who is very, very important to Antonia. Ooh, what does this say? Hotel Krat is one of the city's creepiest and most mysterious buildings. According to lore, Hotel Krat is an isolated castle built by an aristocrat devoted to a form of occultism after receiving a revelation from a radiant tree. That's an important clue, radiant tree, remember that one. At one point, it was used as a mental institution, and some patients said they saw hallucinations. However, no records remain as they were all destroyed in a large fire. Above all, being so far underground just compounds the rumors. Some even said that it is connected to an unknown hell. But now the rumors have served to embellish the charm of Hotel Krat, which has been renovated in the latest style. As the recent rumors of the grand exhibition Ghost Hotel spread, more customers are actually looking to stay at the hotel. Next is a comment from the hotel owner, Miss Antonia. A ghost hotel? I've heard that more times than I can remember, but fortunately our hotel guests are brave like lions. It's not a problem at all. Rating 4 out of 5. Creepy and mystical, best resort in Krat. Reporter Medoro. This guide was made with the support of the Vanini Company, a friend of the city. Just like in real life, supposedly deeply haunted and historical hotels actually attract people rather than send them away. Sort of like the Stanley Hotel, which was the inspiration for The Shining. Ooh. So interesting. We also got a new piece of clothing, which we'll put on. The uniform of a sophisticated and dignified boarding school. These clothes have been worn before. That's an interesting. The uniform of a boarding school famous in Krat. The initial M is engraved on an elegant brooch. Brooch, I should say. Brooch. I don't know. I wonder if we can actually see the M in the light. Yep, there it is. Interesting. I wonder what this M stands for. We're actually going to take the hat off for now. But we'll rock this for a while. So we can buy some interesting things from this guy. Legion magazine, stuff to replenish our Fable, our Legion, and stuff to throw. Unfortunately, there's no point in buying the quartz right now because we can't actually use the quartz. Quartz is very, very, very important, and you want to get as much of it as you can. However, we can't use it right now. Quartz will be our secondary leveling mechanic. It's going to be reworking how we play and giving us huge bonuses. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't do anything with it quite yet.
A stargazer is a survival device used by the stalkers. It powers itself by accumulating and absorbing ergo spores in the air. The Stalkers installed stargazers all across the city. Once they're recovered, we can put them to use. If you want to test your skills or try new techniques, head for the garden. The Stalkers captured a puppet to use for training. Don't look at me like that. Everyone hates puppets. I know whose side you're on.
Also, alter handles here. This is a system we're not going to go over quite yet, but basically it gives us the ability to change how a weapon has its, like, how to say this? How it scales. Since we're going for primarily balance, we won't really be using cranks as much, unless we want to balance crank a weapon that is primarily for technique or motivity. Or even advance, although I'd feel like that would be a waste of time. So let us continue into Trot. We've been talking with people for solid 15 minutes, so now we move along to the next part of our journey and to the next area of darkness and death. Speaking of death, look at all these dead people. Man, that's some dead-ass people. Ugh. That's unfortunate. A sack of potatoes. Probably beat you to death with that thing, didn't they? Oh, shit. Ooh, this is a beautiful world. And yet, I mean, it's a beautiful city, but it seems to be a little stained red lately. Seems they're trying to get a... Whoa, that was a weird graphical glitch. Seems they're trying to get a whole new, What's this?
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Interesting. Let us go into it. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I'm sure we'll have no dealings with those guys later on. Absolutely none. Oh, man. So we can talk with Gemini here.
Gemini, your friendly puppet guide. Or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm also a friend of Sophia's. Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry. Must be the shock. Bear with me, and I'll do my best to guide you.
Awesome. Alright. Into the fray. So let's show off our Legion arms. So, not only does it do a little damage, it also... Get over here! This is a fantastic, fantastic tool that you can beat the entire game with. It will be useful to you and able to stun and pull enemies to you for almost, like, the entire game. I don't think there's any, like, particular enemies except the really big ones who resist it. And here's the thing, like, let's say you want to deal with a dog enemy. Usually the dog enemies are quicker than you, they can stun lock you, it just feels horrible, right? Well, pull them to you, they're stunned for a moment, and then you can whack the ever-living shit out of them. It's quite nice. Quite nice.
Elysian Boulevard was a regular rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago, before the puppet frenzy.
Before the puppet frenzy. Yeah, I think the place has seen better days now. Look at all the boarded up windows and whatnot. Like here, there's plenty of situations where we can get in trouble. Look at that rage. Boom! I stun-locked the dog. Stun-locked the man. But we're running out of Legion pretty quick, but that's fine. It can make a lot of these combat encounters much easier for us. And learning to use it is very, very good skill to learn early on. We're about to get a whole-ass truck. Like a whole-ass pickup truck. The F-150, baby. Hell yeah, I've seen people have these things all over the damn place. Look how much heavier it is. Made to order specific to Lotta, the puppet parts workshop. Been using a long time, so it just gets heavier and heavier. Now, once we hit 60% weight, we start to get slightly heavy. So we want to keep our capacity high enough so that we don't have that problem. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. There's no point to grind the weapon yet. Alright. We actually want to pull this guy back. Because there's a man there with a gun. We're gonna run past this man. Kill Jeeves here with the gun so he stops shooting at us. Alright, I actually fucked up the perfect guard on the first attack, but got the second one. I don't really know how that one works. And then, importantly, activate a shortcut. Like any good Souls-like, we have a million shortcuts to use. Let's take a moment to take in the beauty of Krot. Theater Clements. The Grand Exhibition. Homo Machina. The best butlers and maids. Interesting. Ergo is life. Now that's interesting. Chamber of Machina Workshop. Ergo is life. Bistro de Krot. Champagne, fine dining, Homo Machina services. Or servers, I think, actually. Very interesting. Jiminy's Emergency Protection. You can use that, and it will reduce the amount of ergo you lose on death. Sort of like a, certain rings in Dark Souls. I was hoping to break his stance right there. Ooh, I outsped him. Alright, that could actually be a pretty tough fight early on, but whenever you come across these big elite enemies, that is what your Fable is for. Build up your Fable in between those elite enemies, use the Fable, use a heavy attack afterwards, and a lot of times you'll find yourself breaking their stance. Now, there's a reason I want to pull that guy to me, is there's actually a lot of enemies hiding in here. Case in point, there's a man here, there's a man there. Once again, missing the perfect guard on that first attack, but getting it perfectly on the second one. So there's an enemy up ahead who will charge at you. If you just spam the block button after getting the initial block, usually you'll break their weapon like crazy. There's a man there with a gun. He's going to charge at us, and it can do a lot of damage. Like right there, I got, what, 3 out of 4 perfect guards just by spamming the button after the first hit. There's a man here with a gun. I'm out of puppetry, that's fine. Unfortunately for you, good sir, flintlock pistols, or not even flintlock pistols. What kind of pistol would it be? It disappeared, so I can't see it. Oh no, it's right here. It's some kind of pistol. I don't know. He's having to. At least it's not like a flintlock. I love how it's telling me to use my Legion arm, despite the fact I can't use my Legion arm right now. I have used it up. This is a great spot for the Legion arm to like. If you hit that guy with the wire and pull him over the gap, he may just fall into the gap and die a horrible death of fall damage. I love that animation. Your poor boot. That is not like that smoke is pieces of your boot coming flying off. Oh, that's funny. Another shortcut. Right where that guy jumped down from the carriage. We're making good progress. Usually, I don't use, like, my handle, arts. I use my, Fable arts on my handle. Usually, I want the big attacks, but it kind of depends on the weapon. There's a few weapons where you want to use the smaller, less flashy option, because it can do a lot of damage. There's one particular weapon I'm thinking of that you actually want the smaller one. Now, there's going to be a man up there throwing shit at us. Case in point. And an electric shock. If we get shocked, our stamina regenerates very slowly. Looks like we have a survivor. Bonk. Now remember, you don't really have poison in this game, so if you get... Ooh, I blocked that. That's a hard one to... That's a hard one to time. Ow! I was stuck in the animation of blocking that man, and then I got smacked for my trouble. Ooh, there's the Parade Master. Let's do this. Ow. Yeah, if you fuck it up, you get stun locked by that guy. Ooh, nice dodge. Block that one. Those, I think they're chimney sweeps. The weapon they're using are really dangerous, actually. You can get stun locked and just get brutalized by them. Hello, good sir. Here, get this item. Frozen Man's Letter. By Louise and Charlotte, my treasure. I can't hear anything. I think the streets are already dead, nothing but silence. I assume that I too will become just another petrified corpse soon. I still remember the sound of your singing voice and the sight of Charlotte looking at picture books. I miss all of it. The best thing I did when I was alive was send you and Charlotte to the cathedral for shelter. I wish this nightmare was all over. If only you and the kid could come back, but I guess now it's impossible. I love you, Luis. I pray that you're safe there. Interesting. A father perhaps doing what is right. We'll see. In this godforsaken town, we'll see. That was a great combo to kill those guys. Now, let's get a little bit of revenge. How about it? Come on. Ooh, I got the timing right. I didn't get the fatal attack on him, but that's fine. Whatever. Whatevs. Fable catalyst for our trouble. Ooh, there's a box down there, but also what looks to be a rather large man. We'll see. There's another man lying in wait. Ooh, that is not what I want, camera. Bonk. Do that. Alright, what do we got? One heal? Easy. Come on, big guy. There's a Stargazer back there, but in my experience, this guy will follow you. There we go. Your Fable Arts do a lot of stagger damage, so sometimes if you just use your heavy attacks, you will break it immediately after. For our trouble, we get a very good amulet for the early game. The Life Amulet. This is one of two very important amulets to get early on. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Information and memories that are useful for movement can be imprinted on the symbol to draw out special powers. The slightest blink is enough to make a puppet move. Puppets do not have life, but it is enough to move them. It increases our max health a little bit. Very good. Let's keep going. Before we talk to that man, let's activate the Stargazer. We may even go back to the hotel. Hello, good sir.
Why, hello. I didn't know anyone was alive out here. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a burglar. I'm just crashing in an abandoned house for a while. Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. We survivors need to look out for each other. For your information, I didn't steal this.
So we can get our very first advanced weapon here. And it's a pretty good advanced weapon. It does electric damage, and electric damage is strong against puppets. Humans have always feared anything that excels beyond them. Puppets were already their loyal servants, but humans have created a new natural enemy that is sure to attack their weaknesses. The powerful electric blitz was clearly effective in killing puppets. However, its inventor failed to realize that it was also effective on humans. Yeah, getting electrocuted sucks, even if you're just a human. These are some things you can throw for electric damage. Many throwable weapons were manufactured, and these exhibited excellent results against their marching enemies. The Jiminy model was designed so it could be fed ergo to build affinity. However, no one could have imagined that this model had another ability that was even more special. Don't worry, I'll make sure to protect you. While this one says, it's okay, pal. Jiminy's looking out for you. Might also sell some stuff if we really feel like it. I probably won't be selling anything, especially don't sell your quartz. Do not sell your quartz. That is a terrible idea and shouldn't be possible, to be completely honest. Let's go back and talk to Sophia right quick before we continue. We're very close to the next boss fight, or at least more of a mini boss fight that can be pretty tough. It gave me quite a bit of struggles on my first playthrough, but I'm also really, really bad at Souls-likes when I first play them. It takes me at least like 15 more hours than everyone else to get good. These types of games. We want to keep increasing our vitality for now, I think. We don't really need capacity yet. I think we actually start putting a little bit into damage, get everything to 10, and then we start dumping into vitality and capacity for a while. Said she wanted to talk to us. I think that was just a reminder that you can level up, though. Oh well. We probably didn't get a lot of damage off that. We can probably upgrade our weapon one more time, but I don't mind. I don't mind quite yet. We're going to beat this next mini-boss and then probably call it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let us continue. (221B). This is just a blatant, unsubtle reference to Sherlock Holmes, who lived in 221B. Uh-oh. Ow. I kind of messed that one up. Ow, I just got the shit kicked out of me, but it's fine. Whatever. These guys can catch you off guard. Ow. Damn, I'm pressing it too fast, I think. God, usually I'm really good at destroying those weapons, so I guess I'm out of practice. Hit. Alas, there's a man that will try and climb up behind us. More importantly, get stuff. Whee! So let's look at this item we just got. Alchemist Bridge. The Alchemist Bridge is the bridge on Elysian Boulevard and a hub for getting to Krat City Hall. The Alchemist Bridge is the bridge. Okay, yeah. The Holy Ouroboros. Ouroboros. I used to know how to say this. Ouroboros. The mark of the Alchemist is fittingly engraved into the bridge. This shows that the Alchemists are not just a powerful, privileged class, but have also donated tremendous amounts of money across the city. Thanks to their thriving culture of philanthropy in Krat, you can find areas with names of prominent figures. It's like the city's motto, the citizens are the owners of the city. The most widely known attraction is Rosa Isabel Street. It's named after the cultural sponsor Lady Isabel Monad. God, I cannot talk. But if you think about how the lady's married to the leader of the Alchemists, Valentinus, you'll think twice about who is really in control of Krat. The union of Krat's old families and the organization of alchemists is shown in this symbolic form. Given that the sacred Ouroboros mark is engraved on City Hall as well, it's obvious who owns the city of Krat. Rating 3 out of 5. A good place to learn about Krat's beginning, end, and its essence. Interesting. Now, before we go down, we need to deal with this. A buttfly. Where the hell did this come from?
Jeepers. Is that a butterfly? Why is the ergo reacting like that? If you want to check it out, I can take point.
Yep. Dimensional butterflies. Very interesting. Sort of like any enemy that we come across in other Souls games, like the lizards, the crystal lizards, and such creatures. We need to hunt them down before they escape so we can get the goodies they have.
This must be your first time in The petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. You are a good Samaritan for coming all the way here. I'm one. May I ask you a favor? My family took my baby from me and sent me here. They said it was for my own good, but it was heartless just the same. A baby must be with its mother. Please go to Krat City Hall and bring me my baby. Thank you so much, kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again. Please hurry. Hard scales spreading across my eyes. Before I lose my sight, please.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out? I hope everybody's safe.
Well, we have to find that baby. Petrification disease seems to be literal. It is literally causing people to petrify. How interesting. Ow. I'm not very good at fighting these guys for some reason. This guy drops a really, really good weapon. There we go. I'm starting to get into it now. Ooh, there we go. Now I'm getting into it. I say and then get whacked twice. As you can see, that bar is starting to slowly fill up on our pulse cells. When it fills up, we get 1 pulse cell back. We can't refill all our pulse cells, but we can refill that one. It itches. Peel the skin and there's blue blood. Blood, blood. Pretty cocoon, blue angel. Joyful appetite, blue death. What a feast. Death, death, and death. I'm alive. It itches. That sounds like someone's gone crazy from the petrification disease and totally nothing else. Yeah, I'm not good at fighting those police guys. That's like the only 2 in the game, though. There's very, very few. Let's open up this shortcut before we explore too much more. And then here is a proper soldier puppet. Another one will pop out. Bring it on, good sir. Ow. As you can hear, the pulse cell recharged. So importantly, we want to get this shortcut going. So now we can get down from where we were resting at the last Stargazer. But there is some things we can do over here, so let's do that. Now these things right here we can target, and they cause electrical blitz on the ground. So we can actually use the puppet string or a throwing item to cause those to activate. So why do I use this puppet string on these dogs? Mostly because they're annoying me. Like any good Souls, like, they annoy the ever-living shit out of me. I want to beat the fuck out of them, and I hate them. I hate them. This is going to cause that electrical blitz to activate, so we can quickly move out without getting too hurt. And it doesn't last forever, so it's usually a good idea to clear some of them. Now, those star fragments we're getting, we can use those to summon help. Not like co-op. I feel like the game wanted co-op originally, sort of like being able to summon friends for bosses, sort of similar to the Souls series. But either due to budget constraints or time, they couldn't get to it, so instead we get the Spectre system. We can summon a AI Spectre of us, basically, to fight bosses with us. And we can actually empower them and do a lot with them. I'm not going to be doing that for any bosses. I recommend you try not to, but if you have to use them, go ahead. It's like using Spirit Ashes or summoning for Ornstein Smough. I mean, it's up to you whether or not you want to use those things that make the game easier or not. You know, it's up to you. I won't judge you for it. Oh, I wanted the backstab. Oh, I didn't realize he had another attack. Ow, I almost died. Oh my god, I actually almost died. That would have been embarrassing here. That would have been very embarrassing. Oh my god, I would have already healed, but I'm trying to really speed through this a little more.
Is that you, Murphy? Oh, I guess not. Sorry, I thought you were my friend, Murphy. Murphy is a super cool police officer. As a puppet, even the petrification disease can't get him. I wish I was like him. You should leave so you don't catch the disease from me.
We'll have to remember that character. I mean, if that dog is gonna run into it. You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm actually gonna... I'm probably gonna hit that. No, I couldn't have hit it with the puppet string him out. Get ourselves an item. I wonder what we'll get. Workshop Union Standard Insulation Converter. A new type of armor. Greatly increases our resistances to everything. Isn't that nice? Now we're going to use the Stargazer, the Pocket Watch. Go back to the Stargazer, I mean. The Stargazer, go back to the Pocket Watch! Geppetto is an exceptionally talented and tenacious inventor. That's what that was saying. We can level up. Let's actually spend some of the ergo we gained. We may actually use the Parade Master's ergo. We can get a boss weapon for it later, but I'm not sure I'm going to use it yet. Probably not, but we'll see. After this, we're going to do the mini-boss fight, and then we'll end the episode. So we'll break all of these down. And see what we need.
I'll use my power.
Use my power to help you. We want more health. I'm going to dump points into health for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use this. We can actually, if you're worried about missing out on, like,
I'll use my power.
achievements and stuff, do not use that. Do not use that if you are worried about missing out on achievements. You always want to get the weapon if you want the achievement. There's an achievement where you get all of the special weapons, which is the boss weapons. So, don't use them if, don't, like, use them for ergo to level up. I've already got that achievement, so I'm not worried about it. And I can later see the item descriptions anyway. When you go to that merchant who will allow you to get the boss weapons, you can check their display anyway. Because we activated the hotel elevator. Isn't that nice? Go downstairs now. Let us fight this abomination. Not even an abomination. It's, well, you'll see. I actually want to use another Fable. Run past them here. There's an item we want to get, though. An urgent repair tool. Now we're going to ignore these guys. As long as they don't smack me from behind. Starting to get more and more possible. Yep, they start to run away. Ooh. Interesting. That guy's AI was having real trouble. You can see the cathedral up there, which is very interesting. See lots of things from here. The mountains. All puppets will be destroyed. Wow, the candelabra was stuck down its neck. Interesting. This is the Alchemist Bridge, symbol of the Ouroboros.
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for! You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You're their maker, practically their father! You and the Alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth! What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait. I know you. Or more like, I know what you are. You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die!
Ooh. Hello, Mad Donkey. This guy has some tricky, parries, so, ow. Case in point.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
Who are you, Margit? Oh, man, I'm not good at fighting. I'm gonna not lie to you. I'm not great at, blocking this guy. There we go. If you strafe him, you can just get some, like, pretty major, backstabs. You really gotta wait on that one. Get over here.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
Damn. Damn it. There we go, broke his weapon. Now that we've broken his weapon, his range and his damage are decreased. Alright, I'm trying to fuck with him now. It's going to go horribly wrong for me. He can't even reach me anymore.
I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
We have blood on our hands now. We killed someone. Not just puppets, but people.
Finally, we meet, son.
It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this. I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful.
Ooh, lots of interesting items. We have met Geppetto, our father. We have all these interesting things given to us. Ooh. We can upgrade our weapon again if we want to. The assembly tool. When dealing with a non-human enemy, it was necessary to do away with common sense. The workshop and the stalkers assembled various blades and handles, focused on making the greatest weapons. We also got a key. The madman wanted the deaths of his colleagues paid for with blood. When he finally found the puppet's fathers, the madman closed and locked the door and demanded answers. He wasn't even... He locked the door and was demanding Geppetto open it. That's actually very interesting. We also got this, the Crot Police Baton. This is actually a fantastic weapon if you're Motivity. This is a fantastic weapon. The head from a self-defense baton is used by Crot Police. The hard cudgel can be used to bash offensive puppets. After the violent protests with the factory labor union, it became customary for police batons and Crot to be painted black. The reason needs no explanation. It's so the blood doesn't show up. The handle from the self-defense batons used by Crot Police. The groove lines make for a firm grip. It can be assembled with any blade. It's literally telling you right there this should be assembled with other heads to make a superior weapon. And there are fantastic weapons you can make with this. Do not ever rob a police officer's home. You won't go to prison. It's a one-way ticket to the sewers with a head smashed by a police baton. The advice of a retired petty thief. Interesting. So now we can mix and match items, or weapons, handles, and heads. We actually mix and match them to make all different kinds of weapons, and it's a whole system. The handle gives you the moveset, and the head gives you the type of damage. And also, in a way, the amount of damage. But we'll get to it here in a moment. Now, the next major boss is right up ahead, but we are already approaching an hour, and we don't want to, go too long.
So, that weapon assembly tool you were talking about. If you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
Yeah, so we can assemble weapons. So let's say we want to take the Crot Police Baton. Attack type slash. Interesting. And we attach it there. It is a slash weapon, so it will actually use this. You don't want to mix and match weapons who don't use the same kind of damage as the handle. You want the handle and the weapon to mash up. So, like, if I use the rapier blade, this would not work well. This is made primarily for slashing and strike weapons. If you use the rapier blade, which is for piercing damage, you're going to do significantly less damage and fuck yourself over. We're not going to use the Crot Police Baton. I'm actually going to disassemble this. Ooh, whoops. And then give me back my normal weapon for now. We'll be able to mix and match multiple different types of weapons, and it's gonna be good. So we found Geppetto. Let's go back. Well, we'll wait until we defeat the next boss to go back to Hotel Crot. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been The Lies of P.